それでも前に進むの振り返らずに We gotta go
You guys had enough of thing. I get comments and requests to review the anime. So you know what? Even though there's so many things out, like the Graf Zeppelin and all the other ships that came out today, including the Eights, the French, I will get to those videos in a bit. But you know what? I'm going to take a little break, show a little thing of it, and talk about Azur Lane 2 in this one, but since you all wouldn't stop talking about it. So, but I ain't going to suffer it alone. I don't have Chunks with me today, but I do have a very other friends as well. Frankie, as one of them, is here, along with Fear X Ranger.
Yo, thanks for having me.
Frankie, you're going to say anything? A little delay
I think
there.
Frankie forgot his English.
So, audience, you know the drill. We're going to talk it piece by piece. I will leave in the description alone on the bottom of the favorite ships you want to talk about and see, and the conclusion. So, yeah, so buckle up. This is Azur Lane 2. So, the first ship we're going to start off with is obviously Japan Fusou, which, I swear, that art style is a little... how do I say that? Little exotic, because...
Hey, I love it.
I mean, look at that. I mean, her...
I love this game.
Of course
I guess that
you
one's
do.
a matter of opinion.
Oh, of course you love it. It's your waifu, for fuck's sake.
Screw you.
We'll explain that in the game real quick, but for first... So what is the Fusou? Well, her abilities is she can chance of setting people on fire with HE, which is a must for British commanders for inspirations. Why do I say that? Because British relies heavily on HE for their battleships. Having the chance to set it on fire is really fucking annoying. I mean, you gotta think, audience. Not only would you have the ability to set people on fire even better, but you're also going to screw the things. And yes, sadly, this is for battleships. So, sorry cruisers that want to be more annoying. It's no with this one. So, besides all the other perks that you see, like the flammable cannoneer, the grind drills, the accuracy perks she gets, the only one she has different is Battle Spirit, which is it increases her health plus incoming damage to ships. That's good because if you can guess by the name, it's the Fusou. I mean, come on. I mean, people who are watching this probably knows anime. The name shows what that flagship is. It's not like saying like, which ship does she go to? You're serious?
I think Battle Spirit is really nice on this ship. Don't get me wrong. The only thing that I wish they would have given her as well, even if it was in the same perk slot, is for the sole simple fact of the one problem that the Fusou just completely stands out to. Fires. That thing gets lit on fire like it is literally your planet.
Sorry, audience, I had to check something.
Freaking, essentially a blowtorch in a dry forest.
True. I get it, but if you're sniping from long range distance and people are shooting at you from afar, I mean...
Yeah, I can agree with that, which is kind of what the ship is made for.
I mean, there's other animes that are better. I mean, to be fair, audience, there is the Apollo Harunda, or Harunda, whatever the hell you call her. Her main perk for space as a 2 is also decrease the chance of getting Citadel, which is a more better slope for the Fusou kind of play style. But still. No. Haranda, the other anime thing. You'll see it on YouTube. So, yeah. So, let's take her into battle and show off her skin, because we'll talk more about her ship now.
I go again on my own.
Copyright! Get him! Alright, folks. Here is the Fusou. And here's something that's really very cool. It's an actual ship. This is not a skin of a ship of a Fusou. This is an actual fucking ship. And honestly, it looks not bad. I mean, I wouldn't pick red flowers all over it, but I guess that matches the dress of her thing. I mean, it is Ranger's. I mean, it is Ranger's waifu after all. He's trying to show romance since his man's over there.
Cultural thing, though.
I should explain real quick why. Yeah, I will say this. I have to explain real quick. My girl thought like the anime character was his waifu because the amount of good games she had with her. Go ahead and explain it, Ranger.
Let me explain it a little bit better. So, out of every single one of my Japanese ships I have ever owned that's a battleship, I can't hit the broadside of literally anything unless I'm firing HE. The moment I put her in this ship, I can now hit anything over any range I want, and I don't really have any troubles. So she called it my waifu.
Pretty much, because
and
apparently...
I went along with the joke because I thought it was funny.
Although that would be funny if you were dating. It's like, hey, your waifu, tell her to stop... What? Oh, the ships. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to load up only HE people so that way you can see it. We're in AI, by the way, so we can freely talk and stuff like that. And I'm going to try targeting here.
You know what? I'll fire HE for a bit.
Let's see. Well, I'm only trying it because of the perk. So, no fire started. That sucks.
I use my HE on and off on the ship.
I mean, to be fair, honestly, audience, since I played this for a while, the fire starting is not too great. Like, I don't understand why it's like... I mean, it's great for Britain, if you have his inspiration, but for Fusou, it's got a little chance.
It's a yay and nay.
Yeah, so even if you increase her to like 3+ and got her maxed out with everything, it's still a pretty low number. I mean, yes, granted, I get it. They don't want to go higher because heaven for frickin' bid, if it goes higher than that, oh my god, Brits would be so broken. You'll be hearing the Britannia music in the background while they AG and set things on fire like fricking no tomorrow.
I'm not going back to Britannia.
True.
But no, the best way to use the Fusou's crew with how it lights fires, one or more, it mainly depends on what you're firing at.
Uh-oh. That's
exactly.
The only other thing that you can change... That's bad. Yeah, I mean, someone should have shot at the freaking Fubuki aside from me.
I did.
Sorry, I was coming over here.
So much health.
Oh, because it ate a nice
hurt a lot.
Broadside from my AG. But the other thing is, search for a target that's got a very heavy wooden deck and try to fire at range. Dropping the HE shells down onto a wooden deck is more than guaranteed to give you some fires on the Fusou.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to do, but her dispersion is sometimes ass.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know. Man, I keep hitting that poor tier Valanki's main guns.
What's dispersion?
Trying to drop those on a deck, but I can't.
Anyway, what, Frankie?
Front gun.
So what's dispersion?
You're an American ship. You have all of
dispersion is.
What is it,
Frankie.
California? Yeah, you have all the dispersion.
Frankie just has 20 pounds of just fuck you, I'm American ham sandwich ship there.
Okay, that wasn't a fire, but I broke like half the secondaries on that Portier Valanki.
Yeah, you see what I mean,
you know what?
audience?
I'll roll with that one.
I mean, yes, it's up there, but I would not recommend just using just straight up HE to kill things. Like, maybe cruisers, yes, but in situations like this where I'm trying to save Frankie, it doesn't work well against battleship.
Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie's just going in.
He committed seppuku.
Torpedoes.
Yeah, he committed seppuku. I mean, there is always will to rebuild.
So I'm going to try using AP now. So pretty much, like, in conclusion, since we're still in the game, so I'm going to start with my friends first, since I've already told the basics of this fire starting and one unique perk of thick hide. What do you think that Fusou would be? Let's start with Ranger.
Well, aside from the fact that she does actually help you light quite a bit of fires, yes, obviously, and good on multiple ships, if you're looking for a ship
Britannia
commander in any way, shape, and form that will help your accuracy in this nation as you just witnessed me completely delete that portier but link.
We saw that in the screen there. Yeah.
If you use this, you can actually improve your accuracy, dispersion, and everything across the board to a point where, and anywhere near close range combat is something you don't want to get into a fight with this thing. Because
Which is
it's
the total
so
opposite
accurate,
what
it's
I'm
not gonna
doing.
miss.
Don't do what I'm doing, audience. This is just AI. But anyway, so what do you rate the commander first? You know, the traditional rating of, 1
Well,
out of 10.
I'm gonna have a pretty unfair bias considering this is one of my highest ranked commanders and I absolutely love her. She is definitely one of my best Japanese commanders, as I just half health in New Mexico.
Yeah, I
would
just see that.
probably rate her around about an 8 to, if I'm being fair, probably a 7 or a 6. Because her main perk is not exactly useful for Japan.
That's
it's decent
good.
for Japan, but it's not super useful for Japan.
Yeah,
The
because
rest of
there's
her
other
perks turn
ones.
her into the best battleship commander you can get.
Now, since she has her own unique flagship, what do you think of the premium Fusou?
I mean, aside from the fact that you make more silver than me, and have a different camo, we're pretty much the same ship, so you've got all the same problems I do. I love the Fusou. It's hands down one of my favorite Japanese ships. It is straight up a dreadnought. Don't get me wrong, you can't just sit there and bow tank everything you want, but I'm sitting here going 2v1, and it wasn't really much of a 2v1 because I kind of deleted them both.
That is true. So, what do you rate it then?
Ship and crew together, but the ship on its own, I would probably rate the ship about a 7.
7 out of 10?
Solid
All right.
7.
Good. All right, that's not bad. All right, Frankie, your turn. Let's start with the commander first.
I mean, she's great for Britain, but that's really about it. I mean,
She's basically
sure,
the perfect
she's
wife for Britain.
good for dispersion. If you... I prefer Tokyo over her in my battleships, but either way, I mean, I guess I'll give her a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
I mean,
All
I
right.
use her mainly for my tier 4 battleship, but that's about it.
No, I know you
don't.
don't. No, I don't know if you have a Fusou, but what do you think of the premium anime Fusou? Does it look good enough? Does it look like something that people like? Do you think they did a good job with it, or do you think it has some
I mean, they did a
flaws?
great job with the look of it. I mean, it runs the same as the standard Fuso from what I've seen. I mean, I ran through the standard Fuso already, so it wasn't bad. I wasn't a fan of it, but it wasn't bad. I'd probably give it a good 6 out of 10 too.
6 out of 10? All right, 6 out of 10 for both. All right. Okay, as for me, I'll try to wrap it up real quick because Ranger pretty much said all the other things I was going to say. Don't get me wrong, she is a great commander. I love this commander too, but not the way his Ranger does.
Hey, I ain't got no attraction in that way.
You sure, mate? I'm just kidding.
About 100%.
But she is a great waifu for Britain, though. I mean, the HE basic trait is going to make British ships even more annoying with their HE because HE is superior for Britain. She has more fluctuating thing. Japan, yes, like Ranger said, drill bits is one of them that is useful, along with the unique skill perk to make the ship less destroyable. So, in conclusion, I would have to give her an 8 out of 10. Like, she is not bad to own. I would pick her up for anyone who spams HE in battleships. She is incredibly fucking useful. And for Japan players that love to play Japan ships, if you didn't get the other anime commander, she is perfect to make your ship survive a little bit longer, which is not bad. As for the ship itself, I like the art detail, but I am not a huge fan of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind it too much, but it seems like they could have done a little bit better with it, but that's just me being an artist bias. So I'm going to show a little mercy. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's basically the Fusou. There's nothing really different unless you put commanders to fix it, but for the artwork they did in it,
That's
I
money.
would say, yeah. Well, there's also the heat ray and stuff like that too for Godzilla and stuff like that. They put skins on it as well, but still, it's not bad. I've seen worse. If you've seen Azur Lane 3, it's not bad at all. All right, so moving
I
on.
can't wait to rewatch this video when you release this, just for the sole simple fact to hear the words come out of your mouth, waifu.
You know, it's been a while since I did that video and stuff like that. I haven't seen Ranger. I wonder what he's up to. Oh, it looks like he did finally marry the waifu that my girl thought. Do I have to call Ranger now Ranger Fusou now? Or Fusou Ranger? The first one's catchy. Wait a minute. He had a wedding and he didn't invite me? There was food there! Mother! So now we'll talk about the Queen Elizabeth, and the Queen Elizabeth is, I mean, she's good. Don't get me wrong. I just find her annoying in game. Fucking lolly-ass voice. Not a fan of that shit. But she's fucking useful, just like in the Azur Lane 3. That destroyer is useful, but she's fucking annoying. It's like having that little pest kit with sugar.
About the destroyer that makes all AAs just
yes.
turn aircraft carriers useless? I hate that woman. Alright, Katie.
So, but anyway, so Queen Elizabeth, what's her base trait? Well, as you can see right on screen, it makes the reloading of battleships go like less, it makes AP more damage, and it makes main ships grouping of shells better. She's a 3-perker, but it's not good because if you look on the stats paper, it only goes up by max 2+, which you would think that's not a lot, but think about what you're getting. You're getting battleship reloading -2. You're getting AP damage +2, and then you're getting grouping of shells +2. That is fucking ridiculous on a ship that is, in my opinion, the most broken tier 5. If you put her in it, I have ever seen. Why?
Fix that with Brawler and your reloading goes to stupid.
Yeah, this is the problem, like, I find with... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a problem. This is, like, if people have to face it, it's a problem because Queen Elizabeth is a jack of all different trades. She has Brawler, so she can go brawl people, and Porcupine. But she can be a sniper because Skywatch is the only unique perk she has, where she could send up a plane, and anyone who knows spotter planes increases your accuracy by 50%. So you can snipe with the damn thing as long as your plane's up. Not to mention, she also has Reaching Out XL. So, yeah, this commander's really fucking worth it in my opinion. Holy crap that she has a lot of benefits for Britain. Yeah, she is a jack of all trades. Now, is she the perfect British commander in the entire British Navy? Nah, I mean, there's debate between Andrew Cunningham that's also decent. There's also debate with other ones, but that's a story for another time, especially one anime thing that I will make a video another time on.
What are you talking about? Philip Vane's the one you should always go for. RNGesus. Come on, you can stick RNGesus at the helm.
Oh, instead of RNGesus, it's damn you, Phillips.
Yeah, come on. When you're sitting there screaming at your freaking game, telling you, why can't you hit that ship? You just sit there and scream, damn you, Philip.
So let me pick my ship and we'll meet you on the battlefield because really, there's not much to say about her, but let's get right to the game to show you the ship. So here we are. This is the Queen Elizabeth. And yes, for the love of God, it's its own ship. It's not a skin. It's an actual ship. And as much as I hate that annoying little girl, trust me, you're grateful I lowered the game volume so you don't hear it, but trust me, she's fucking annoying. I say this is one of the best looking skin ships out of the anime too. I mean, there may be here Frankie and all them disagree with me, but I say it looks fucking beautiful in my opinion. as shells flying over. Was that meant for me, Frankie? Because you missed by a fucking
Never
mile.
even shot.
Or was it Ranger?
Ah, my guns are facing the opposite direction.
Who the fuck was Oh, the cruiser.
Don't get me wrong. I don't mind hers. But they did go a little bit too hard on the Royal.
I mean, Queen
A
Elizabeth.
little bit too much gold.
I mean,
It
Queen
may be the
Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth, but they went a little bit too hard on the Royal theme.
Yeah, that
If
is
they would have
true.
toned it back just a little bit, made it a little bit less flashy, it wouldn't have looked that bad. But it's just too flashy, in my opinion.
True, but I think that's the whole point of it. I mean,
Yeah,
Queen
but who
of
wants to be sitting in a ship looking flashier than fuck while the whole enemy team is sitting there going, who do I want to shoot? Ooh, I see that motherfucker.
Okay, then why did they make the
see him
commander
clearly.
such a fucking lolly? I mean, think about that. Queen Elizabeth
it
is
goes
an
back
old
to
broad.
the stir fuck SR1 from freaking tanks. You know the blue and yellow tank?
Oh yeah, the Christmas tank.
Not even Christmas.
I know, but it
It's a
looks like.
Swedish tank colored with the Swedish flag.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, look at the freedom with the American flag.
Okay, I can agree with that one, but at least the freedom isn't just bright, bright, bright blue.
It's royal
If
blue.
you go and play that tank in realistic, you're an idiot.
Got a good kill. So, in case you're wondering,
Yes.
audience, yes, I turned my anime into a sniper, and then anyone who recognized ship design, it's kind of like the Warspite. It's really one of those beautiful ships, and honestly, I really think for anyone who wants to play battleships that has a jack of all trade, it would be either the Elizabeth or the Warspite, because literally their guns are terrifying. Their
Well, the
role
warship is
playing.
the Queen Elizabeth's sister ship, so
True.
they are very close to each other. Jesus, Frankie!
Oh, that was a lag.
That was just me!
Yes, delete us.
I wanted to do that!
Oh man.
Alright, I guess Tennessee.
Ooh, Isabel, come here.
Been firing at me from the other side. Oh, a Leander. Oh, no wonder it hasn't been doing anything. Eh.
So yeah, as you can tell, audience, the perk doesn't make a
see, why are you
big, huge
talking about
change, but it does help you a little bit. So it's nice to have a perk system that actually does stuff a little bit. Now, is it the greatest with her abilities when you maxed out? No, because it's only 2, but it's still there, but it's
I do
just
have
not.
a 26-second reload on my main batteries, which is better than America. And I'm carrying slightly bigger guns than most American ships, especially at this tier.
Exactly. But
So I will take the fact that having that small little boost may not seem like a lot on paper, but the moment you actually start playing, it does make a difference.
that
My
is
guns
true.
are more accurate. I'm not missing as many shells as I should. Not only that, my grouping, amazing. Damage, output, awesome. I mean, I also have auto on this, so that does increase my AP, but
That's true.
that reload's the parts that's really noticeable about a Queen Elizabeth. Instead of having that like 30-something second reload that you normally have, I've only got a 26.
So yeah,
But
let's
I
see if I
also
could
run
snipe him.
Brawler.
Oh, he's dead.
So I don't have a whole lot of range compared to Fury over there,
The
who's running
only.
as a long range.
Yeah. I
But
mean, the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
difference in opinion on how you want to run it. No, go ahead.
Well, that's the beauty about these ships that, honestly, for a tier 5, you
Yeah.
can literally run it both ways and it won't be downgrading because she has some torpedo protection. She does. Oh, Frankie.
I'm working on it.
Alright, just wait
I
for him
mean,
to
you're not
fix
wrong.
it.
She does got the belt liner, kind of like a New Mexico does. It was made around the same era.
So, yeah, if honestly, it's one of the best battleships to pick up, honestly. Even if you don't get the Queen Elizabeth, I highly recommend for beginner battleships to try to understand and learn where they want to be. Warspite would be like the first one to test out.
If you're
Now,
gonna pick up either of the two off of Rip, I would start with the Warspite.
yeah. I mean, yes, there's Germany that's designed to brawl and be annoying with AP. There's Japan with big guns that can't take a hit. But, you know, Warspite is just in that perfect balance of, like, I want to do either or, and it can work out just fine.
I only
So,
say the Warspite because its secondaries are 152s, unlike this one that has 114s.
yeah.
And
So,
it's got a
sorry.
few more.
So,
Okay.
fine. No, I was going to say, so final verdict. So, Ranger again, Commander, and then ship.
Command and then ship? Her? She is hands down my favorite freaking... don't get me wrong, Nelson good, but she is my hands down favorite British battleship commander. I would give her a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? Alright. What about her ship, though?
Her ship, Queen Elizabeth, is literally the same as her. It's a jack of all trades. You stick it at range, it does good. You stick it at medium range, still does good. Stick it up close and personal, you can kill pretty much any type of ship on the field that you want. You can go up tiers, fight them, you can fight anything really. Because it has the wonderful option of being British, and I can fire AP or HE, and it's just as effective as each other.
Yep.
Uncompared to the King George, which is not the same ship, of course, but it has smaller guns, and your only real option is HE. That's why I much prefer the Queen Elizabeth, and I would definitely give it about an 8 to a 9 out of 10. I'm going to stick with an 8 because it does need improvements. It's not the greatest ship ever. Like I said, its secondaries are only 114s, and it does not have a great amount of them.
True,
But
and that's
they
fair.
still light fires like there's no tomorrow.
Alright. Frankie?
I don't know much about her. I've played the Queen Elizabeth. I enjoy the ship, so just go with what Ranger went with. 9 out of 10 on both.
Okay. So, my personal rating. And I'm probably going to be a little bit more harsher because of the fact that, yes, she has 3 perks. Yes, she's very decent in so many ways. Problem is, though, her base trait is only useful if you play as her. Having her as an inspiration, Frankie. I mean, having her as an inspiration is not really the best choice when you got commanders that can increase it more heavily than, you know, just the basic. But I understand to a point, yes, she has 3 perks, so go easy on it, Fury, but at the same time, do you really want to waste an inspiration when you can just fix the major 2 problems instead of just getting like 25% partially fixed? I mean, it's my opinion, I think, like, it's not really a good inspiration to a lot of ships, but that's my thing. So, final verdict I have to say to her is probably a 7 out of 10. And the reason why is I say 7 out of 10 compared to guys saying higher is, yes, if she's in the ship, not base inspiration, but just in the ship, she's fucking terrifying because she could do all these things. And like I said, she has planes that get sent up to give you more accuracy. She has reaching out, but also she has porcupine, and she also has the fucking fast reloading secondaries and brawler, which makes the reloading more reduced, tech ability on torpedoes, and like Ranger said, it's British. British are fucking ridiculous when it comes to HE and AP. They like not much of AP because again, like
Depending
King
on
George,
the tier for AP.
King George. It's not great for that, but at the same time, she could be terrifying in like low tier battleships, or maybe sometime not really high tiers, but like keep her in the 5s would be perfect. Now, as for the ship itself, Ranger is right. It is a lot of royal red. I mean, instead of being royal blue like the Liar Liar video, it's royal red. I personally had fun with this.
Gilded.
Yeah. But, I mean, I had personally a lot of fun with this. Now, granted, even if you turn this into a secondary build, yes, there's not many secondaries, but they are terrifying. They're big secondaries. But, again, it's a really a must-own ship. And if you don't have a chance to getting this ship, I would recommend like the Warspite is the same kind of class ship, is the same thing. That's up to your choice of debate. Honestly, like if we're beginners, I would recommend Warspite just to experience a multiplayer version of like
On that
multiple.
Warspite note,
Good.
if you're looking to get a Warspite, there is always trying to wait till Black Friday to see if they bring the Warspite Black back out. Because it does make a lot more money than the actual Warspite.
Actually, no, they changed that.
Oh, it
Now-
finally doesn't?
Nope. It finally
Oh, all right.
now makes the same money as a standard 5. Now there's no different changes besides you own a black. But anyway, audience, I would recommend this ship for anyone who wants to start off in the game, not going too expensive or anything, and just say what type of battleship player I am. And I wouldn't recommend more than the Warspite or the Queen Elizabeth as a starter. Not like a keeper, because many people could disagree with that. That's true, because Germany has more range of secondaries. There's Japan with bigger guns but less armor. But for me, as a diplomacy of like changing a ship that what style you want, like you could turn it into a brawler or a sniper, I couldn't recommend anything more higher than that. So yeah, I would have to give it literally a 8.5 out of 10. It is up there. It's really a must own, and not to mention a heavy hitter too. So if you got the commanders that could fix her dispersions and all that, like Queen Elizabeth, trust me, she is terrifying. So yeah, that's Queen Elizabeth. Someone's calling me. Hello?
It's been a rather long time.
What the fuck?
The wait is over. I, Queen Elizabeth, and my noble fleet have arrived.
Listen, you soggy old bastard. Listen, I don't give a shit what you're doing here. What the fuck are you doing on my soil? This is retaliative war, you know.
Yes, I know what's going on.
Don't deal with terrorist anime.
And I've already made my brilliant move.
You know what? I am sick and tired of all of you anime. I let you grow too strong in this game. I let you live. Now I'm gonna make sure to end it. Yeah, this is Imperial Fury. Unleash Bismarck 2.0.
The Terror of the Seas, Bismarck and the Kriegsmarine.
Alright, Admiral Graf Spee. Now we're talking that. Now, in case you're wondering, audience, if you hear talking in the background, I have some guests here, so my apologies for that. But anyway, any talking about this, Admiral Graf Spee. Okay, I gotta say this really quick out of context. I know we got a long ass video, and if you've been watching this through and through, I appreciate it so much, guys. It really is very good, but also support Ranger's channel as well. But what is with fucking Germany putting kids in fucking Germany? Like, why is there so many lollies? Oh, like literally. Let me back out real quick just to show you. I know I'm not going to review the hipper, but
I can't
look.
say anything because it's racist.
Oh.
German.
You know what? Yeah,
Wha-
Germany. Germany works. Just gonna leave it at Germany.
we're going to review the other one, but the hipper, I'm
It's
saving that
implied,
for.
but Germany.
I mean, I'm just saying because I'm not going to review hipper. I'm going to review Scharnhorst later in the part, but I don't understand why they're kids. Like, you give it any other nation, there's a multiple versions of it, and then here it's like kids. Like, do they think Germany was run by
Hey.
little toddlers?
In all fairness, you're forgetting about some of the children. We've got Germany, we've got Britain, we've also got Japan, and then we've got Russia.
I mean, one of the German leaders was pretty much a toddler.
I get it, but okay. To be fair, you say that, Ranger, but they have choices of other anime they can do besides the Russian one. Here, it's just Germany straight up lollies or
Hey,
teens.
Scharnhorst.
Scharnhorst looks like a teenager. But we'll get to her in a
She is
minute.
not a kid.
But I
I
don't
have
care
watched
what
the anime. I can tell you this much: she is not a kid.
I can see everybody typing down the comments right now. But Graf Spee and Hitler are 2,000 years old. Yeah, you keep saying that, buddy, because literally all you're doing is making excuses when I'm seeing right here on screen. I'll skip some parts out, but I'm just saying, adult content, that's what it looks like on a kid, and it's fucking disturbing. Anyway, that side
Oh,
note.
what? You never wore leather as a kid?
Anyway, moving on. I just wanted to say that about Germany because it's fucking disturbing. So now, basic trait. Now, she has Pocket Battleship, which is the amount of health recovered, which is useful. Because we're talking about the Graf Spee. Graf Spee, which is a ship that can't take a hit on side to side, but the torpedoes is in the back of the ship, making you have to lean side to side. I mean, great for escaping if you're running away and you're just launching tarps at people to get away from people, maybe a good idea, but not when you're full recharging.
I feel like it's more of the fact of the matter that everybody sees a cruiser and wants to delete it.
Yeah, and that health recovery does help. So,
Oh yeah, big time.
in case you're wondering too, when we get in the game, when you see all the hit points, it's because I have Henry Jekyll Hyde that gives me 5.1% more health. I did that because Graf Spee is, like Ranger says, getting targeted, and more health to the ship does make a difference. But anyway, so the only unique perk she has besides the base trait is Ghost perk, which is makes your cruiser detectability less, but also makes air detectability less. So I got it up to 15 and going up to 20, and surprisingly, it does work a little bit. Like, I seen planes had to be on top of me to spot me. So, yeah, that's a keeper. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of everything about the Graf Spee, because if you want me to review the ships that I'm talking about, leave down in the comments, but let's just say her skill perks is perfect for that type of ship, which I hope, because it's not like the Shukaku that really sucks in that department. But anyway, so let's get into the game, and I'll show you the rest of it. So here's the Graf Spee with its skin, and honestly, I don't know. I feel so Canadian in it. I know it's supposed to represent the German flag, but it just, I don't know. Do you see the back part of the ship and the side of the
There's
ship
tiny
and
amounts of it, but when I say there's no white, that ship is like red and black.
I know
The
it's
amount of
based
white
off.
on it is so minimal.
I know it's based off the German imperial flag.
Hey,
Maybe on
you
your
could be
side.
worse. You could look like mine. I mean, don't
I
get me
get
wrong. I love the camo on this thing, but
it just, to me, it just
definitely
looked
not
like
the
it.
anime one, and I prefer the anime one the most.
Yeah, that is true. You put like the Chinese one.
And if you're 100% certain about going this way,
Oop. All right, here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna play it like a brawler, and yes, increasing some of the health on the ship did really work. So,
another thing that you can do with this ship, you won't get the main perk, obviously. But you can stick auto in the ship and turn it into an actual straight-up secondary build.
yeah, but...
As long as you're careful, and you have 2 battleships to back you.
Yeah, but
Even
we're
if you die, do remember this, Fury. If you're a cruiser going to the front lines, who are they going to target on repeat? You.
Yeah.
Who are they not going to target on repeat? The 2 battleships back there actually doing damage with their main guns.
It's true, because cruisers are easy to delete, and that's the reason why I kind of like the Graf Spee's main ability of healing better, because honestly, it just sucks so much that cruisers get targeted, and I can understand why they get targeted, because cruisers can be little bastards. I mean, you gotta think. I mean, you gotta think. I mean, cruisers can have HE to keep setting ships on fire. They can also have so many other things.
And I'm gonna eat one.
So, yeah, what I'm playing right now is not really what you want to do. I mean, staying at range with this is better, but you do see the other benefit. This thing has 2 Scharnhorst guns, which I don't want to review heavily because, again, I want to save it for a review for another day with its ships. But, yeah, having the AP penetration and stuff like that does really help with her skill perk that she has. And the amount of health recovery definitely works when you're doing something this stupid right now and going front lines, especially
Ah,
when
you mean
ow.
like that broadside I just ate?
Yeah, how much did you?
I'm
Oh
gonna go
god.
with ow.
Exactly.
Ow definitely suits that one.
But he's gonna be a more bigger ow.
Ah, he almost killed me.
So
He
yeah,
reloaded and got a gun
that was
off.
a quick game. Jesus, but yeah, you get the point. So I guess we'll go right to final verdict because holy shit, that was quick. So Frank, Ranger, you go first again.
On the commander, to be honest, she's a really good cruiser commander. But like I said earlier, for the actual Graf Spee, considering how people target cruisers in this game, making her an inspiration is a better way to do it. Because you can easily fix out the rest of your problems with being a cruiser. Me, yeah, I play my cruisers, like, in all honesty, an idiot. Because I use it as a freaking secondary build. Because if I get up close and personal with an enemy battleship, one, he's terrified that I'm going to torp the crap out of him. And two, he's not paying attention to the 2 battleships behind me that are currently deleting his entire team because no one wants to shoot at them. As an inspiration, I'd say she's 10 out of 10 for cruisers.
All right.
Getting that
So
extra health boost out of any cruiser that gives it, that's a must and a need.
so
Sole simple fact that cruisers don't get it is dumb, but
true.
I'd give her a 10 out of 10. But as an actual commander to the battleship, I'd give her about a 6 or a 7. She's not the greatest commander, don't get me wrong, she's got quite a few good perks. But they're pretty much the same as the rest of the commanders aside from the Ghost.
Fair enough. Wait, did you review the ship already, or the ship skin?
Now, I don't have the ship skin. Don't get me wrong, I like the ship skin. I love it. It looks amazing. Black and red is my 2 favorite colors put together.
I know, but it looks like a fucking either it's a Canadian boat.
I always wanted that skin though. That's why I put this one on. It's the next closest skin that they've actually released to the Graf Spee skin. Because it's still red, it's black. The only difference is they add an orange. But the ship itself, having Scharnhorst guns, gives you the ability to literally fight whatever the hell you want. Having torps, same thing. Only problem is, you're stuck on a small frame. You only have 2 guns. Yeah, they're by 3. They have a pretty long reload. There's definitely some drawbacks to this ship, but I would give it about I'd give it a 7.5.
7.5. All right.
Not
Now,
terrible
Frankie. Frankie.
I'll go with what Ranger said. I've never even played the ship or even looked at the commander or looked at the ship. But see, whenever I fight it, all I see is a floating citadel. Because I play battleships, and
Yeah,
if I
that's-
see one, it's
Oh.
hey, Yeetus Deletus!
Oh, so everyone you've ever run into is broadside to you?
Pretty much.
Wait till you shoot that thing head on and go, I'm a citadel you, and bounce off of it on repeat and then destroy its front gun and that's all you did. And go, wait, what?
All right. So
Not
we'll just
tanky,
say.
it's got armor. That's it.
So we'll just say Frankie, same thing. Okay, my thing. All right. So the commander itself, even though I find it so weird about her, I mean, I've already ranted about how she looks, is a pretty good commander to pick up for cruisers. I mean, I have to admit that. Having the amount of health, but it doesn't work for every cruiser audience. If you don't have any heal parties, it's useless.
Yep,
because
that's
it's
what I was
meant to be.
talking about.
Yeah, so I'm just repeating what Ranger says. Do not get this commander basic trait only if you don't have a cruiser that doesn't have healing abilities. Mostly Americans have it, but other ships do not. So
Well,
keep that in mind.
most American ships have it after you've cleared about 3/4 of the route, so.
I know, but you
She's
get my
useful on
point.
the last end of most American routes and British.
True.
Useful for almost all British cruisers, to be honest.
Pretty much, yeah. But honestly, for her base trait kind of way, I just see it as, well, I just can't see it using so much inspiration. Yes, it is a good perk. I will not deny that. It does recover a lot of health. However, due to the fact of the limitation of inspirations you get, why would you want something that's like a commander that heals better, or do you want a commander that shoots long range so you don't get hit commander? See, the
That's
problem
why I
is,
said using her as an inspiration if you're gonna do something dumb like me, 10 out of 10.
yeah,
But if you're gonna run
but
the cruiser commanders, then yeah, run her.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, she's got some problems for some countries. I'm not saying she's not the greatest. Believe me, she proven that point time to time again to how useful her perks can be. But if for people that want a cruiser commander that has a jack of all trades, sadly, Admiral Graf Spee is not going to be your choice of commander. So that being said, I would say a 6.5 out of 10. She's still a good commander, but for well earned paying that much money of gold, 5,000 doubloons or a crate to automatically get her, she really has limited potential for other ships. So keep that in mind. Now, as for the ship itself, I won't go in detail reviewing it like Ranger did, because obviously I want to save that review for another day. But as for the skin itself, yeah, I'd say I do like it. I don't know why I keep saying it feels so Canadian-y. Maybe it's because it looks like something that a hockey team
I
would
have a
spray
question.
paint
Has
over
your
it.
ship apologized to the enemy you shot, Bunch?
No.
Oh, well, then it's
Definitely
not
not.
Canadian.
I know, that would be funny. It just fire. Sorry, sorry. No,
You just get a
Jesus.
freaking flare that pops up. It just says, sorry.
I'm
See
gonna
another
get
one pop
so
up.
many
Hey.
messages and stuff like that. Anyway, but
Send the
do
video
that
instead.
aside, I will say that I do like the shark teeth's mouth in the front. The anchors look like eyeballs. I do like that. So, out of detail and artwork, I would say a 7 out of 10. I mean, granted, they could probably do way better with it, but honestly, it's not bad. But not my favorite, but yeah, not bad at all. So, yeah, moving on.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Okay, audience. Now we talk about my favorite out of all of them. Rangers wannabe waifu again, all of them, because he puts it on every fucking ship.
Oh my god.
Frankie doesn't know this person, but he will after this video. Scharnhorst.
I
This
guess the whole anime, too, is my waifu now.
might as well be. Hey, you live big or go home, right?
Hey, I'm getting married to wargaming. Someone shoot me.
That's more like a divorce more than anything. Anyway, back to topic. Her basic trait is what every German once has: dispersion of main guns. Holy shit, where have you been all my life? Because if anyone knows Germany, their guns are horrendous at long range. They are so fucking
Oh, what are
hard
you
to hit
talking about?
anything.
The Baron's most accurate thing ever. Probably get. You can hit that 1 out of the fucking 8 shots every time.
And I understand why. Good reference joke, but I'm just saying, I understand why they're inaccurate. Because Germany is designed to be pirate ships. Because I know this because I am German. And they are
I don't
designed to
remember
go.
Captain Jack Sparrow missing so much.
Can you imagine though, Pirates in the Caribbean? He just like, oh crap, and he just singing the jar of dirt as the fucking naval fucking Japan just goes wailing on his ass. The Germans just fire all their Bismarck and everything.
And made it all free and clear. Lord Almighty. Handle this, mate.
Oi, fish face! I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it? Stop blowing holes in my ship!
Anyway, that joke aside, audience, although that was a good one. But that's what they are. They're pirate ships. They are designed to use their secondaries and main battery guns at close range distance. There is some commanders that could fix that, but no. But Scharnhorst says, you know what? I'm going to snipe them at mid-range and be accurate. And God, she is fucking... Like, I hate anime, but she's one of the fucking useful ones that I would spare. Because that fucking ability works. Now, for everything else, she doesn't have a unique ability perk that's different than all the rest, but she does have a lot, except for one that is useful. For all you Scharnhorst, listen up. Let's just be a salesperson. Do you have a problem shooting torpedoes at close range? Don't you just hate it when you have to drop right in front of them and get citadel? Well, the anime chick is for you because she increases the range by 12% if you got her legendary rank 2 with maxed out. Meaning, she could shoot farther with the torpedoes and not expose herself at front line. Thank you. The amount of times I have to brawl, but yes, I know, it's right in front of their faces, but do you know how many times ships spearhead me or try to ram me, and it's like, I have to be close with a torpedo. Now, I can launch my torpedoes while changing my ship in a different direction without getting rammed by players. It's fucking useful. But everything else is the same like Alton Clance has. But do you want to say something, Ranger?
My only opinion on the torpedo launch, they really shouldn't have made it have to replace the secondary ability.
Yeah, that is the only thing that
That should have
sucks.
been perk number 3.
But
It really should have been.
if you're good with the torpedoes, I mean, and good with your guns.
Yeah, but the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau, they don't do enough damage with their torps.
That's true.
Because remember,
But-
they only have 3. They may be large, don't get me wrong. They do a lot of damage per torp, but you only get 3. You can't
That's true.
kill another battleship with them. So
But-
if you sacrifice that range that you get with those, and the shell grouping and dispersion of secondary battery, you're kind of taking away one of your biggest things that you have going for you.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I can understand it. If you're playing as a support role on a Scharnhorst or something, getting the
people could
torpedo launch range would be so much more useful than having your secondaries.
But there's some people out there that I will say real quick before we get into the game. There is some people out there that prefer not having secondary range, but want the
That's why I
torpedoes.
say playing as a support role, having your torpedo range would be amazing.
That is
But
true.
if you play as like an up-close brawler like I do with any of my German battleships, because I've tried, god damn have I tried, to play these things at range. Don't worry, I had my Bayern at freaking 18.7 kilometers of range. I could not hit a single fucking thing other than one shell per barrage. Literally one. I'm not even lying on that one. Per barrage. Until they hit exactly 10.0 or under. The moment they hit 10 kilometers, I'd full salvo them and not even mess around.
That's true. Because they were designed to brawl. Alright, let's get into the game.
I prefer Porcupine. Because it allows all my secondary guns, the ridiculous amount of secondaries guns I have, to have 7.5 kilometers. Now, unlike Fury over there, who has... Oh, who is it? Arparuna? Yeah, Paruna. The
Yeah.
one that has... I have ungodly amounts of secondaries on everything, so I can shoot you from like 10 kilometers away in a freaking Tier 7, and I'm not shooting my main guns.
And here we are, and... Oh... What
How
the
bad are the 7s?
fuck? No, not the 7th. I'm talking about the skin.
Akazuki... Okay,
Audience?
yeah, that one...
Audience, why? I understand she has purple hair, but this is hideous.
I love the color purple. That is my
Look.
favorite color there is.
What the f- What?
That skin, though.
I know. What the?
I don't.
I know.
I don't understand.
They... Okay, if I'm being
He's looking
honest,
at-
with taking the color purple in,
I
they
don't
should have went straight
understand
German
why.
pride with that thing. If they were taking red and going with white and purple, they should have went German pride. But instead, they decided hippie psychedelic bullcrap fucking waves running along it.
I know. But
mean,
Frankie!
Sure.
just
Well, I
why?
guess Frankie.
I've been sitting still.
I mean, audience.
I
There's
wasn't
no.
expecting you to be sitting right next to me! Still!
What are you guys doing there? Oh, they're
I
just
haven't moved
I'm
since
trying
pooping
to
both.
keep up with Fury. You know, the
So-
other brawler?
So honestly, folks, yeah, I don't like. This is the least favorite skin ship I have ever seen, besides the Azur Lane 3 we reviewed. I get it that
Don't
the
get me wrong.
ships,
Color amazing.
just the
Design,
pattern.
design makes me want to vomit.
I think that's what they just did with this boat. They just say fuck it.
I was just.
It literally
utterly
looks
confused.
like some hippie psychedelic bullcrap painted onto the side of a German ship, which pisses me off.
Fine,
Exactly.
Whoever done it was on shrooms.
I hope
Yeah.
they were, because that at least would give them an excuse for ruining something like that.
I know. I'm not gonna be trying to sound like my old age, but is this what the kid's into? Because the Scharnhorst does look like a teenager. Is this what they're
If that's
into
the
for
case,
color?
then I'm older than I think I am.
I mean, I thought kids were still into goth shit, but alright. I mean, if that's the new thing, then I guess I'm older than my age.
The goth is when a rainbow color. The true nightmare.
What are my secondaries firing at? Oh, they're firing at the cruiser on the other side of the island.
Don't you
That
just
I'm
love it?
railing.
Don't you just love it with the secondary ability on that? It's just like saying, like, where's
yeah,
it
it's
firing?
amazing.
And it's like, where is it
What am I
firing?
currently
Oh.
killing?
It's
Just in
like,
Edinburgh. Alright. As you go back to what you're doing.
oh man.
God, I love these things.
I don't have the torpedo perk selected, guys, but in case you're wondering for how it works, I almost go as cruiser level close range. Like, I can shoot very far with it.
Let's see. I'm just gonna do the math in my head and come out with the best estimate I can. So, current is... what is it? Since I don't have anything... 6. That's not
I'll
bad.
tell ya.
With 6 already,
Yep, so,
adding
no.
12% onto it if you were to have it maxed, you'd probably get somewhere around about an 8 kilometer, maybe 7.5 to 7.4.
That is
Definitely
beautiful.
wouldn't be bad. That would be amazing, to be honest.
Because if you think about it, then you can actually fucking sit back with the thing and launch torpedoes.
Well, then it's rivaling my key. My key has like I
nobody
think it's 8
fucks with my
kilometers of
key.
torpedo range.
I know, but it's like nobody fucks with my key. But the key's different. Key can't brawl. It's just the torpedoes are there to
You're
fucking.
dead wrong on that one.
I was waiting for your sarcastic tone on that.
I'm not being sarcastic. That thing is ridiculous in close range combat.
Well,
That
yeah,
thing
but
has
who?
such a short reload on its torps and its main guns. Not to mention, it's just littered with 152 secondaries.
Fair enough.
And it's got pretty good armor. I mean, yes. Do not get me wrong. Do not just swing your happy ass broadside. It's still a Japanese battleship. It has a big citadel.
I got torpedoes. Whee!
But it's got a lot of fucking armor.
True. When it's spearheading, yes.
I honestly didn't think that that thing would be as good as it was. I thought it was just an upgraded Amagi. No, that thing has so much more armor than an
Oh my
Amagi,
God,
it's not
die.
even fair. Like, I'm being serious. Fury, that thing is actually a really good frontlining ship.
Well, I don't have it, so I can't really argue that debate. But yeah. So let's just go to the final
I thought it
verdict
was
since
just
we're
like
still.
the Amagi or the freaking... Oh god, what is that other one that you have? The tier 6 version.
Oh, the Ashikaka.
Yeah, the Ashitaka. I thought it would be like those two. It's really not. It actually has a lot more armor than I thought it did.
All
It should
right,
be a
but
tier
we're
8, to be honest.
but we're getting way off track here. So
Yes, we are.
final verdict. So Ranger, You know the drill.
Well, I mean, I've already obviously stated how I feel about this commander. She is, without a doubt, the saving grace of me continuing down this line without wanting to shoot myself. Because, oh my god, these main guns, even with her, they're still inaccurate. But I can hit targets now. Kneisenhow is definitely inaccurate. I will not say anything that it's accurate. Because this is my 4th barrage at that Surrey. From less than half health. And I still haven't killed it.
Well, like I said, pirate ship.
She definitely brings an element needed. Don't get me wrong, when they added Megatron, that was nice, but that's not for Germany.
Yeah, it's meant for everybody.
Germany needs accuracy. So having her as, I don't know, the only German officer you could just stick in your ship and go, hey, I'm accurate. Or at least a lot more accurate. As a very nice thing. Her perks alongside it, especially getting the one thing that you don't see on battleships, is the fucking torpedo perk, which would be nice if one of the Japanese ones got it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think though because of the Japanese commander that increases torpedo damage.
I'd say 8.5. She's one of my favorites. Now, as for the Scharnhorst, I can't say anything on that one. The Gneisenau, it's an amazing ship. Inaccurate as hell. Amazing secondaries. Torps, amazing. Everything I've ever seen from the Scharnhorst, aside from the fact that it's got much smaller guns and has a lot more trouble penning things, that reload compared to mine is holy crap.
True.
That thing is a pretty dangerous ship. I'd never take it lightly. I know all of its stats and everything it can do. I've just never actually hands-on played the ship, so paper is obviously different than just
the actual thing. Well, you can never tell a difference on a paper on a ship because ships are notorious to be changed every time with commanders. That's the whole point of this video.
I know. I'm just saying, from what I know of the ship, the thing's got a lot of armor. It's not fun to fight. It has so many secondaries. It's, of course, a mini Bismarck.
We're not going to talk about the ship itself. We're just going to talk about what you get with the anime thing when they do get it, because they don't get the ship, they just get the skin. Since this is a skin for the ship.
It's only the skin coming with it, but the thing that I'm talking about is, if you're going to go for getting one of these anime commanders, I highly suggest getting a ship to put them in, which would be more than likely the ship they're supposed to go in. So if this is the commander you decide you want, my honest to God opinion, if I didn't already have the Gneisenau, I would have bought that ship in a heartbeat. Because, don't get me wrong, I don't like the camo. Like I have said, it looks like an artist rendition of someone barfing on a piece of paper and then painting it.
Right. I get that.
Its camo's a 1 out of 10. It's stupid, it's ugly, and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
I love its color. That is about the only thing I'll give it. The colors they chose were perfect. The design they chose makes it so stupid, I hate it.
Frankie.
I mean, it seems like a nice ship, but that skin is just
horrifying.
Just, I have no other words than no. As for the commander, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with her. I've always heard good about her, so I don't see why not.
I mean, Frankie, if you could hit things with your German route, would you be more...
The skin I give like a 1. The skin is just ass.
Yeah, Frankie, if you had the ability to actually hit things with your German route's main guns, would you be more willing to get the Bismarck?
Kinda?
Exactly.
This mark and it's still not accurate.
Exactly.
Better luck with the Gneisenau now.
Alright, so my verdict. So, Commander, time. Now, I may be a little bit different because the only difference, the reason why I'm being so different is because of the commanders that we have. Like Ranger says, one of them, honestly, is Megatron, which Megatron is a thing I can review another day, but yeah, he's useful for other ships. Then you have Francis von Hipper, that is the only
Why can
accurate
make him
commander.
Germany?
I don't know. But still, Francis von Hipper is the only one that's accurate that you can get vanilla in the game, and the problem is he's only got one perk to do that, but it suffers rudder shift time, which is not a good sign. Alton Clance is definitely not a sniper at all. And Henry J is probably the only one that is better than the anime, because hear me out, because he has 2 perks that helps him with the accuracy, plus give him health. The only downfall is no will to rebuild. So if you're playing with people who want will to rebuild, he is the only German commander that doesn't have will to rebuild. So your second best bet is the Scharnhorst. So my final verdict on her, because of the torpedoes, a perk that she can have, which is a godsend for people, because people could say, I could take Porcupine off and use the torpedo range, because torpedoes can sink a battleship. Secondaries only harm, like, they tickle them, but they've taken them down real slowly while I'm getting beaten to death. And that's fair true. And the problem is, though, if you want this commander, though, for inspiration, that's also a plus as well. Because even though it's not high, she's useful for ships like that can't hit a dime, where Andrew Cunningham and all them could do. So,
And,
my final... Oh, sorry.
no, just example.
Okay,
Baron.
but I'm just... Baron, yes. So, my final verdict for her, as her being a pirate, because, again, the eye patch makes it funny because it looks like she's a pirate, I would say it would have to be an 8. She's really one of those people that you must own. Yes, there's better Germanys. There's, Henry J. Hyde that does 2 accuracy perks. But she is good for anyone who has torpedoes on battleships, too. If you want to just say, fuck it, I'm going to stay behind, but I'm going to launch torps on you from miles away. So, even though, like Ranger said, they're not great, but it's better than risking your battleship going up close to use them. So, there's
God, yeah,
that.
being
So,
able to launch them out from behind an island is so much easier than having to swing your happy ass around the island then fire.
yeah, exactly. So, I would say that. Now, as for the skin, I can't even say 1. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could see the
Wait,
editor
zero's an option? I changed my answer to 0. I thought we were going 1 out of 10. My bad.
I mean, can I just find anything positive about this? Okay, I will say the eyes on the front of the ship is cool. You got 2 shark-like eyes, and then, even though you can't see it because of the goddamn birthday event, because the ship's too damn long, there we go. There's an eye patch on the other side. So it's nice to see her eyes in front of the ship. That's kind of cool. Kind of looks like a demon kind of way. It's not bad. But why this design? I'd rather see it like hairs coming out of the tank. Like it looks like a fluff ball hair of hers just fucking popping out of it. I'd rather see that than fucking anything. It's just... It looked like a 2-year-old just took a crayon and say, I'm gonna paint the art style of this. And they just whipped their brush all around this fucking ship and said, done. And then a real person says, like, I'll just do the front part and give it teeth and make it look like a demon in the front. I mean, that's what it feels like. I'm just going to say 1.5 out of 10. I'm only going to go slightly a little bit up because the eyes in the front of it looks badass, but everything else, let's just move on. It just...
Press this booty, it's full. Press this booty, it's full. Press this.
Don't let your kids watch it.
So the last anime now to talk about is Baltimore. And this one is very interesting, but also very debatable. Because unlike any other, this is the only American one that doesn't have the animal ears like the other one I reviewed. You know what I'm talking about, the fucking multiplier.
Oh yeah, the one I'm playing.
Yeah, like the cat ear one. Or dog ear, whatever the hell the animal it is. Just, no, stop it. You stop it. You stop it right now. But anyway, but back to what I was trying to say. So the Baltimore is, well, what is her base trait? Her base trait is her rudder shift time. So, you know the whole meme of deja vu has been seen before? Yeah, she does that. She makes your ship turn on a fucking dime. Like, if you want to turn left, it's immediately she goes left. If you go right, she'll immediately go right. She is useful for ships that just want to dodge shit, which is insane. Because I put her in an inspiration for a light cruiser, and Jesus Christ, I could just turn on a dime and go like, you can't hit me, you can't hit me, at long range, you can't hit me.
Yeah, there's a reason why I said I'm probably not going to be as nice about her review. And that perk right there is the exact reason.
Do you want to explain it?
For the
Since
sole
we're
simple
already...
fact of that you can turn your ship nice and quick. That's only your hull changing side to side.
Yeah.
Not a single one of your guns will ever be able to keep up with how fast you're turning. So yeah, you may be able to dodge, but you ain't ever going to put a shell back. So
True.
You're sitting there dodging on repeat, but can never actually fire a round. Because there is nothing that she gets for a perk that increases how fast you can turn your turrets. However, if she had one that you could increase the turret rotation as well, she wouldn't be that bad. Because then you could at least get some shots off.
That's true.
Most people that I watch having her will sit there and dodge everything coming in, but will never actually fire a round.
True. I mean, it is very a pain in the ass to shoot things that fast, but off track, you'll see it in game when we're talking about when we play AI, but
That was my reason why I don't like that commander.
Fair enough. But she does have one unique perk that's going to make everybody want her, though. Her skill perk, which is the AP Solvent Amination or I can't pronounce
Ammunition.
it. Thank you.
No problem.
It has a 2-set perks that has no negative. Cause of cruiser AP shell penetration goes up. So it's another upper penetration for AP. But cruiser's AP fuel time of long turn leads towards to a critical hit is also decreased on you. So, in other words, she takes a little bit less abuse, which is not a lot, but her penetration goes up. So, meaning if you got an American ship that can't pen that good, multiplier,
Hey, the multiplier has amazing AP. Don't give me that.
I know, I just wanted to see how you react. But, this is a type of perk that's used. This is a type of perk that's used for, against battleships easily, since Baltimore.
Still don't get why they gave her that perk in a Baltimore. Like, don't get me wrong. This does pen. Cleveland and the Baltimore are same thing. Just sister ships to each other. They're both carrying 152s, which is the reason why I don't get that. Why do you want more AP pen?
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, that's all I gotta say.
Don't get me wrong, go throw her in the other freaking cruiser route for America, and oh my god!
Yep.
That is just broken.
Pretty much. Pensacola. So, yeah, so all that aside, let's get into the game with this 7. So, here we are, audience. Here's the tier 7.
And the
lime green and blue.
Come on.
Why?
I mean,
because it's made off of tennis. Because if you look closely at the back of the ship, there's a tennis court on the back of the ship.
Take a look at mine real quick, and then take a look at yours.
Skin
This
is
is
so
just
much
like-
better.
This is just a comparison between what they did for the cruisers on year 2, for their freaking, or sorry, on Azur Lane 2, and what they did for Azur Lane 3.
I mean, to be fair, I've
Same
already
nation
reviewed it.
coming from the Eagle Union, no matter what.
Yeah, like we reviewed that in Azure Lane 3 for the curious in
I
the
know
description
that, but what
below.
I'm saying is there was so much work put into the multiplier skin compared to yours. It's literally blue with a green fucking stripe on it that says Baltimore, and then they put a tiny little tennis court on it.
Yeah, because there's a
And
tennis
then you
court
got
on the
the
back of my
tiny little
phone.
Eagle Union fucking symbol on the side of your freaking superstructure.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad it's not a skin for the Baltimore because the Baltimore has enough skins in this game already. So it's an actual premium ship. So if you guys want a premium Baltimore, lo and behold. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want Baltimore that much though because Baltimore has some little bit of unique problems.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that poor Russian ship. Oh, wait, no, that's not the Russian one. That's Panama, or Pan-Europe.
An Asian?
No, Pan-Europe. That's the Ostracon.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's.
I think it's dead. What? I hit it and got a damage roll, but no damage. I'm confused.
I saw that too. I saw the fucking rounds hit, and it's like, you.
Like, I even got the ribbon for petting it and damaging it, but there wasn't a damage roll.
Excuse me? How did that bounce?
Now, and this is one thing that I always have to complain about on America. Why do I not have torps?
Because your guns are
Look,
too broken.
Because you guys want to sit here and call this nation and route so unbelievably broken. Then why would Fury have just gotten deleted like he was standing still in front of a cruiser that has torpedoes and does the same amount of damage that I do?
Well, to be fair, audience, that's not how you play, but I think I'm just getting tired
There's a
of it.
Bismarck.
Pray to God the secondaries don't open fire on you.
Reloading.
Oh, fuck.
Ow! Frankie, help me. I need an adult.
Reloading.
Reload faster, I need an adult. And that's an island. Oh, I'm dead.
Just.
This is the one moment where your perk would have came in handy.
Exactly.
Because
I think
would
it
have
was.
made it around the island.
I think it was made to be that type of scenario.
Oh, so when you run into a Bismarck and you're about to run into an island, your perk finally becomes of use?
Exactly. Get the fuck
Ah,
away.
my perk is useful. When? Sometimes.
When I fucking run away.
Oh god, this Bismarck is...
He's gonna rip you to
Asshole.
shred. Yep.
Doing what I
Okay.
can, only reload every 20 seconds, I'm sorry.
No, you turn your main guns the other way, please. Please, please, please. I'm so screwed. Oh, he missed my citadel.
Come on, turn that
Still a
broadside back
chance.
to me.
On my screen it didn't, but thankfully game glitched it out.
Oh, the citadel is like about
Fucking
5
pay
feet
attention to
fucking
me,
forward
sir.
from where he shot. So, I got lucky.
It's like the movie Outrun Those Guns, Ranger.
And I didn't kill him.
Outrun those guns. Ow. But now you're on fire though.
It's okay, I haven't used my repair party. I was pretty sure he was gonna kill me, so I didn't see a reason in using it.
Well, put out the fire.
I can't!
And this
You
is why
just-
we do not
what?
ignore Iowas.
No, this is why when Iowa's protected with American
If
ships with no
fire's
torpedoes.
gonna go out first before I could... Yeah, now I can. Why is that Alaska almost dead?
So final
What is
conclusion.
fighting?
So final
Bismarck.
conclusion. So Ranger, you already explained your hatred, but what do you rate it?
The commander... You know what? I'm just gonna give them a combined rating, because, to be honest, it's the only way to make it fair for them. If not, you're going to hear me give them both really terrible reviews. Mainly for the
Alright.
sole simple fact that they decided to, one, I mean, yes, I get it, it's another Baltimore. People like American cruisers. But, as you probably watched how I was playing this thing, you ever get forced into a freaking close quarters battle, if you do not have help, you are useless.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see a Magi.
So henceforth why I'm giving them a combined rating. Combined
Alright.
between the two of them, I'll give them a 6.
6?
But individually, her, probably a 2. Because her
Okay.
perks make no sense. One, you're able to dodge easier, and then make it so you can pen better. Your guns can't keep up with you turning, so you have to wait almost every time you turn to fire. I mean, at least on the Baltimore, you have newer guns, so the turning time is not atrocious.
Yeah,
But
like I said,
you try
deja
to play
vu.
it on
I've been these before.
any other tier of ship, you literally screw yourself. So you have a commander that's good for 2 7s. And that's about it.
That's fair
And
enough. So, Frankie.
people don't,
Oh, sorry.
especially since, 1 second, I'm almost done. And especially before they added the wonderful little thing where 7s now actually earn money, who the hell would go out of their way to just buy a top tier commander on ships that don't make anything worth of money?
You mean like back then?
Yeah, you went and played a 7 premium, and you just dumped out 137 grand.
Yeah.
Because you got 6 kills and did over 400,000 damage.
Yeah, we're talking about before the update where 7s can make money.
Yeah. I mean, now it's not a terrible thing because she can make money now in that ship, and now you have a purpose to playing it, but we're going back to it being a cruiser and everybody likes to shoot them. You don't have smoke screens or torpedoes.
Yeah, but you do have radar.
Oh,
And
yay!
sonar.
I have radar and sonar. Woo!
You can see your
Let
death
me
coming
hide,
towards
please.
you. You can see
I
your
don't
death.
have torps. You guys are adamant on not giving them to me. Can I hide?
Anyway, so Frankie, what do you think?
I mean, from what I know of the ship, it's decent. And from what I know of the commander, she's decent, but I don't really know much about either one. So, I mean, I'll just give it the same rating Ranger would. I've only
Alright.
ever fought against them, and for me, they're pretty easy to kill. I mean, I'm usually in Iowa, though, so fairly much anything
Yeah, no
that's in
shit.
my
I
way
mean,
is gonna
anything you
delete
hit.
us, defeat us.
It's like you're just taking a nuclear bomb at a house. I'm sure it would fall down.
You know,
God.
that Prius looks like it could use a nuke.
Commander's
I
gonna
don't
like,
think I'd be able to break it with anything less.
You'll be like,
Alright,
no.
artillery strike from the Iowa. Fire all guns. On that Prius.
And all of a sudden you hear no, and then you just see nuclear cloud. Oh
That's about
man.
the only thing that comes from an Iowa shooting.
Anyway, so my part. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit more merciful, except for this part. Baltimore Commander. Like, I understand turning, like deja vu, is very useful. But who's gonna waste an inspiration of that? There are many other problems you have to focus on. Germany needs more range on secondaries or gun dispersion. America needs reloading time decrease or fucking anything else of making them accurate. You got Japan that needs to focus on survival and shit like that in range. Fucking Britain focuses on... I'm sorry, guys, just let me finish this real quick.
You're good.
Like, but British, they have to focus on survivability and their HE thing. And the list goes on and on. So why would you waste an inspiration on turning that much when you only have a limited amount of slots? Now, as for Commander just being American ships, yeah, I could see her pretty fucking terrifying because you could turn the Pensacola into a fucking deja vu and make people so pissed in battleships that have 32-second reloads and miss every 5 minutes. I mean...
And then have to take half that time to aim your guns at them before you can fire.
True, but you can annoy the piss out of them, so she could be an annoying little pisser. But my point being is, as a commander, there's only one thing good, and that is the superior AP pen. Because again, you put that on there, and then put the Japanese guy, like I have already on Inspiration, as you could tell, Yamato, for a cruiser AP multiplier. You can make this into a very terrifying penning cruiser. Make the deadliest cruisers of American history that could kill any cruiser that it sees. Hands down. However, the problem is America cruisers, unless you know how to play them, have some major problems. We get that. And every cruiser plays differently, so I'm not going to explain
I should say
heavily like he
something.
said.
If you're gonna plan to up your, like, say the Pensacola's pen, don't shoot at a cruiser. You will overpen that thing every time. Go aim at
Yeah.
a battleship, and you're gonna be really surprised on the damage roll you get.
True. That is true. So,
So if you up
For
your
the
pen, fire HE at destroyers or cruisers. I highly suggest it. Only
Now
thing I
the
had to say.
yeah, now everything I just said for her, though, is going to have to be, like, we're talking about getting the commander. When I rate this, and a lot of people are going to be pissed off, because I'm going to give her a 6 out of 10. Because in an all-ratio commander, because you're buying commander, you're getting their base trait to help other nations, and she's served as her nation's main ship to switch around. Inspiration based trait, useless, because who's going to want to waste it for turning? Because you got more bigger problems than that. Yes, I know, everybody's going to say, you can dodge torpedoes. There's commanders that can fix it where you can see the torpedoes before they come at you. But it just fairly weighs out the less of the need than other ships, in my opinion. And honestly, just having her as a commander for that just one perk, yeah, useful if you use her as a commander for Americans. Just never a base trait. Now, as for the ship itself, I have been playing the Baltimore for a while now as a premium ship. I don't have the Tier 7 Baltimore, but I don't mind the Baltimore. It's basically the American version of a battleship. And yes, I know, torpedoes, limited, and secondary range, not good, even though we need to focus more on anything else but that. I mean, but it's a Tier 7 premium, and it would have been having a silver rating, but however, since now 7s make 55% silver earning now, I would have to say that the Baltimore would sit as a 7 out of 10. The skin looks good. The ship is playable, not sufferable, but yeah, there is situations where Ranger said where if you're front line, which American cruisers, you don't go front line, I get it, but if you're stuck in that situation, you're kind of fucked.
You're a Baltimore. You're
Yeah,
supposed to be on the front line.
not in this game.
It's a heavy cruiser.
Not in this game. Not in this
I
game.
know, but it's a heavy cruiser. Heavy cruisers are supposed to be towards the front line. There's the reason why they usually don't have an asinine amount of range.
So,
Because their guns arc.
so yeah, that's all I gotta say. I mean, go Baltimore, I guess.
両方両方ってそういうこと同時にやるんだあ
So, all you lovely audience that made it through the end, I appreciate it so much that you watched this long video again. If you didn't and skip through it, that's fine too. I'd rather you pick your favorites and see which one are my opinions, and along with Frankie and Ranger. But now, the verdict of everything. And I have to talk about it because it's still an option to buy every single one of them. It's not in the store now because, again, I'm kind of reviewing it by request of people. But the second one, if I remember correctly, was the most expensive one out of all of them. And you can see why.
You are not wrong.
Yeah, because it's
the
like...
most people and the most ships.
Yeah, so... This is not really much.
It was like...
I think it was like 50 to maybe 60,000 gold for all of it.
It was like $200 and some change. I don't remember exactly how much it was.
US, mind you, audience.
Yeah, USD.
So, this is not really much of a thing, but it's more like my opinion on the whole thing. And honestly, there was a lot of commanders that were good. It was a lot better than Azur Lane 3. I will say that. Azur Lane 3 was a huge disappointment with a lot of things, especially when they throw a free ship into the bundle deal, like I mentioned, and charged you for that free ship you can get. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that video, guys, but yeah, when they brought out and like I said, in the description for the curious, it's when I actually turned bright fucking red screaming that
I
they
really
put
hope everybody got that ship first before paying for it.
I did, and that's how I got my
No, I'm
gold
just
back.
hoping that everybody that paid for that, I'm just genuinely saying, I hope that everybody paid for it and knew that you could get the ship first and got the ship first.
Yeah, because then when you buy it, then you get your gold back to what the price originally was. Again, look in the description for
Mm-hmm.
that video for the curious. But that pissed me off to no end. Now here, you're getting everything that you can't get for free. That's fine. So I can't really argue with the Zero Lane 2. However, it's still... I mean, it's still... I mean, we have to balance out the whole thing. If you bought the entire thing, which a lot of people have because of anime, and yes, I have mine as well because, again, reviewing and their usefulness, it's still... That's a lot of money. That's enough money to buy so many games with all the DLCs in it. That's fucking like buying a console almost, a used console. I I just don't see why. I get it that I'm not supposed to judge the marketing thing. They want me to review mostly heavy on it because of the thing, and then people like me see me blow up with their prices, but I just don't understand why ships have to be above 100. In an arcade game, mind you. Yes, the commanders may be broken, but still. Sorry, Ranger, you want to say something?
The only thing I can say that has to do with pertaining to their prices on an arcade game, don't get me wrong, I understand they have to make money. But there's better ways to go about it than to say release a whole bundle with everything in it for a ridiculous price. You could say release 3 different things at once. Only have about 3 things per one. Add a bundle that costs about maybe $100. Maybe $100 with everything from the bundles, everything that comes with it, flags, boosters, customization, skins, commanders, ships, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. You could release all 3 of these things at once. I mean, don't get me wrong, they obviously have the licenses to do it.
Yeah, because obviously they
As
keep
we've
bringing
been
it out.
seeing them on repeat, they
Yeah,
could easily just, instead of releasing all of this shit into a big ass freaking goddamn bundle that costs a ridiculous amount of money, so people that don't have a crap ton of money or aren't willing to sit there and spend $200 to $300 on a freaking video game, whether I've got the money or not, I'm in that category. I don't give a crap. I am not spending that much money on an arcade game. Yeah, I've got quite a few of I've got like almost every single anime commander, but I bought them through crates. I've only got 2 of the ships. And that's the
Yeah.
Al Alvora, and I actually decided to buy the Multiplier because I liked the Cleveland. The
Yeah.
Multiplier looked nice, and I liked the crew with it. That was the one commander I didn't get out of a freaking crate, and I just decided to screw it and bought the ship.
Yeah. I mean, you have things you say, Frankie,
No
about it?
one, no
Oh,
one's
sorry.
gonna spend that amount of money. And if they do,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry for you.
What about you, Frankie? Frankie?
Is Frankie still alive?
I think he died because of the
It's
$200
simple
price.
as this. It's
Rest in
retarded.
peace.
I mean, I'm broke. Like, legitimately broke. I have bills I have to pay. I have dogs I have to take care of. I have a kid to take care of. I can't afford this crap.
Yeah, intentionally.
Back
Like,
when,
who is
like,
this
back in
for?
old day takes, $20 here, there. Yeah, I could afford that. Even now, I could have afforded that. Now, no, I can't afford this crap. $100? Like, come on.
Not even just $100, but more like that.
You know,
I mean,
to add on, I may have bought the Multiplier, I'm still pissed off at myself that I spent fucking $60 on a ship.
I think it was more than 60. It was 15,000 doubloons, wasn't it?
No. The ship, if you bought the expensive pack that came with all of the flags, boosters, and the premium time and everything else, was like 15,000.
Oh. Yeah, but
No,
that's still...
sorry, it was 19,000. The ship and the crew, which was the only two things that I bought, because I ended up getting the challenge crate and got all the flags myself, was like, it's your average price for like a tier 6, so about $60.
I know. And
I'm
it's
kind of
fucking
pissed off at
stupid.
myself that I spent that amount of money on a ship on a game. I bought a new effing game and got a ship and a crew. That was it.
Yeah. This is what I said in the Zero Lane 3. Like, Wargaming thinks this is fine. It's fair and markable, and it's not something essential. But again, this is where I'm going to put part 2 of this argument. If you want to see the original me yelling my brains out, like, again, it's in the description. I just keep saying it because it's a long-ass video, and I'm pretty sure if anyone watched it through, it just in case if someone skipped it. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I understand it's not essential. It's a player's choice by shifts. But the fact is that you had the balls to bring out a ship that is above $70 or $80. Mind you, one ship, because tier 6s are fucking 12,500. So even if you don't get the ship, the skins are 5,000, like 10,000 or 5,000. I can't remember exactly. But then there's the anime commanders for that ship, and that's like 5,000, or crates if you get lucky to get that commander you want, because that's the only thing that's good. You buy the crates, which I always recommend.
In year 2, the crates cost you, if you wanted to get all the commanders, or you wanted one specific commander, and it took you to buy every crate to get that commander, it cost you about $5,000.
Yeah. I mean,
that you'd be spending about $5,000 either way. Luck didn't turn in your favor.
True. But I'm just saying, but it's just, to me, I don't know what Wargaming was thinking with marketing, and it must have worked because there's some anime ships, but it doesn't, because there's a lot of people that wanted these ships. They wanted to play them. They wanted to have them. But what the fuck are you thinking, Wargaming? Like Frankie just said, and these guys can yell at me if I'm wrong or not, but Wargaming games, most people that play them don't make a lot. So why are we charging them a fucking week's meal of money pay? Mind you, a whole week, because $100 could feed you for a week if you're one person.
On that statement, let me go back to when I worked at Wendy's. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Typical fucking job, something that someone in a low end would make. You're not making Buku's amount of money. Nor do you really want to sit there and decide, oh, I want this ship, so I'll pick up extra shifts at a place that I absolutely hate to go to. That's
True.
no one's going to think that way. I mean, yeah, you got some bills you need paid? Yeah, I'll pick up some extra shifts. Or I need this, and because it's something in life that I need, I'll pick up some extra shifts. No one's gonna just decide that they're gonna pick up some extra shifts just because they want a ship on a game, and the game decides, hey, it's okay for us to charge an arm and a leg for everything that we put out. Don't mind the fact that there are many other ways that marketing works, as obvious. Multitudes of games. Say Halo, for example. I mean, yes, I know, completely different series and run by an extremely wealthy company. But, on that note, Wargaming's not hurting for money like everybody thinks they are, because they have a contract with freaking Microsoft making it so they don't.
Yeah.
So they're charging these prices and keeping them how they were when they were having problems with their money, but not willing to change anything about it because they're still being money hungry.
Yeah.
They're forcing you to pay so much more than is actually needed, back to, say... You know what? Back to when I first started playing World of Warships. Blitz. On the phone. First time I ever hopped on World of Warships. Back in, like... What? Early 2000s. Like 2006. 2007, somewhere in there. Or no, not 2006, 2007. When the hell did Warships even come out?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember. But soon after it launched, I think it was maybe a year after it launched, I hopped on Blitz on my phone and started playing.
Well, the
So the
thing,
phone game was new, everything was awesome. You hopped on, you looked at I think it was like the 3 premium ships they had in the store, and one of them being a tier 6, that cost you $30.
and you know what pisses me off the most about this? And like I said, we're going into this a little bit, audience, so just brace a little bit. I know it's near the end, you want to leave, but I'm just saying because I care about you guys.
Oh, this is
It's,
if people want to hear some ranting and
yeah,
put
but
some
I'm just
opinions
saying.
in on,
But the thing
right
I
ahead.
hate the most is how much they don't care about you. Because if you look at the Halloween special right now, somebody gifted me this a long time ago that they told me to get, so I can't really show it. But if you go to the specials, go to Halloween, I think it's 2021, there are 2 skin bundles for a total of 8 ships. Do you see that price down there? I can't show it because it's there, but I
Let
saw it.
me, which
And I
one?
could. Halloween 21.
Alright. Oh, you're
Like,
talking about the light and the dark bundle?
uh huh. I can't show it
Alright.
because I promised a friend to get that, but do you see?
I'm looking at them right now.
I know, but
So,
I'm saying
without
it
their
for our audience.
little limited offer making them 30% off, they would have been 20 grand each.
Mm hmm.
They're 14 grand a piece.
Yeah, and that's what pisses me off the
And
most because it's like,
what is that?
what?
14 grand a piece? That's like, what? Almost $200? That's like
Yeah.
I think that's like $165.
I know I didn't want to bring
160,
this up in the
170.
review of the anime thing, I get that, but I'm just showing you an example how wargaming really needs to stop this, please. I mean, skin's good and all, but Jesus fucking Christ, why is it so much money? And you know what the audacity is? I talked about this in my Halloween video, and again, I'll leave that in the link for the curious because I did do that video. Why in the fuck are they still in bundle deals? If you have one ship out of all of them, and you want the skin because it looks badass, why is it in a major bundle deal?
Money hungry.
Why can't we
Hell,
choose?
that runs back to the ARP whole thing. The whole stupid thing where buy crates for random luck.
And you know what?
It's money.
I gave Wargaming a little bit mercy when I ran about that because literally I thought maybe they'll learn the lesson this time. No, there's no fucking excuse this time, Wargaming.
No,
You know what the fuck you did, and you're
they'll
like,
never learn their lesson. It's wargaming.
but it just pisses me off to no end because
Apparently
it.
almost going out of business because they sat there and constantly screwed over their player base wasn't enough of a lesson to them.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, audience, these are
So
pretty
they
cool
deserve
looking.
YouTubers sitting there and bad-mouthing them left and right until they finally learn their lesson, because they're sitting here being money hungry. Every year it gets worse and worse.
And
If you sit here
what?
and scroll back through all of the Halloweens, all of the Warhammers, and everything else that has come out, they have never released something so fucking stupid as that. I
Yeah,
can't even be nice how I'm saying it. The only other thing I have got to say that is fucking stupid would be the Charlemagne, but at least it gives you a fucking ship.
and you know the sad part about it is, yes, I know what all your comments are gonna say, but Fury, like the aircraft carrier for the Dark Bundle, it's like you get bats and things like that. Yeah, it's cool and all, but again, why would you pay so much for this? I get it that it looks cool, and you want to say, I want to get it so bad, but think about it. It's a skin. It's not making you more money. It's not making any more balance. It's just there as a skin. And it just pisses me off because when I saw that again, I thought, okay, he wants me to buy the Halloween skins. Maybe they'll be smart enough and put individual bundles for ships so people can enjoy it for once. No, just straight up fucking pay all the.
Well, for one, why would you want to spend 14 grand? Just think about it this simple way. It's an easier way to think about it. So, you get the Benson, the Bismarck, the Charles Martel, and the Shikaku. 1. You can only put the skin on the Shikaku after you've finally earned it. So, say you don't have all the ships needed, it's going to take you a really, really, really long time before you can finally see that skin that you bought forever ago. Like, I have skins for fucking aircraft carriers that I don't own. And are going to take me forever to get. Hell, at this point, I've forgotten which aircraft carriers I own skins for because it's taken me so long. So you seriously think that you're going to go and spend 14 fucking grand on an aircraft carrier skin you don't have and can't progress the route any faster than how fast you can earn the ships to get them?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There's that one. That one's pretty stupid, to be honest, to put into a bundle. Alright. Bismarck. Tier 7. Final ship on a route before they added in the 8s. It's on a route that most people want to go down, but have trouble going down. Because they're brawlers. I'm not saying their choice of ships were wrong. What I'm saying is the fact of they're deciding to put all of these skins in a bundle for all of these ships that are really, really, really late down the lines. And none of them are
And some being
the
last
same
of the lines.
nation in any way, shape, and form. None of them are even play anywhere near each other. Why would someone who is an aircraft carrier go get a skin for something like a freaking goddamn destroyer? Why would a battleship player do the same? Why would someone who plays French fucking goddamn cruisers go get the skin for the Bismarck or the Shikaku? Why would someone who plays only destroyers and get the skin for the Benson go get the one for the Bismarck?
See, the point is we're
Marketing
getting in. Oh, go ahead.
Dumbassery.
Yeah, the point we're being here is it's like they should have put single bundles. The thing was already done. 2021's done. We're going into 2023, and you're telling me that they don't have. I can't be the only one who feels this. I can't be the only one who. I know we're getting way off traffic, but it's the same thing with anime. I mean, yeah, anime, you can get individual things and stuff. That's fine, but the ludicrous of how much money you
They even did it
spend.
on anime. Don't fucking start
Yeah,
me on
I
that
know.
one. When they had the skins for year 1. No. Was it year 1 or
No.
year 2 when they brought... No, it was year 2. For, what was it? I think it was 3 of the skins or 2 of the skins. One of the ones you could not actually buy had to be
Really?
bought in a group of 3 of them. Yeah, because they had... I know they
It
had
was the
Graf Spee.
Scharnhorst.
Yeah, they had the Graf Spee, the,
You know what's funny? Sorry, I
was the
didn't mean
other
to interrupt you.
They
You
had
know,
Graf Spee and the other skin, and then you had to buy the pack of 3 of them to get the fucking
yeah,
Scharnhorst,
I
or you had to
remember
get
that.
lucky out of the crates.
He's not wrong, because when the anime thing came out, yeah, you had to buy the Mega Bundle for the gross Scharnhorst skin that we just rated as 1, and the fucking Graf Spee skin, because they were only in bundles. Now you could buy crates to chance your luck, but who the fuck would want to do that? Oh wait, no, there was no crates for that. You had... Oh my god. Okay,
No, you could get them through the crates. You could get them through the regular crates. It was just really, really... It was dumb to do, because 1, you had to spend already 5 grand in crates to get all of the commanders. At minimum, I don't... That's just estimating out between all 3 of them. But you had to spend the X amount of gold to get all the crates to get all your commanders. If you were going to do it by crates. Now you have to spend the extra money on more crates to get the possibility of getting any of the rest of them. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea with crates and giving commanders a guaranteed out of them. It's a good thing.
which Frankie got screwed over with the other one that he messaged on my thing.
Yeah, that was dumb. But getting a guaranteed crew out of the crate is nice.
Oh, sorry, Frankie.
But-
Okay, let him speak. Oh, sorry.
You're good. I'm dealing with other shit right now.
Oh, okay, then continue,
Having-
Ranger. Sorry.
That stupid little fact of spend 15 grand on these skins Because they, for some reason, think that if it goes into a bundle, no matter how many things are in it, it's got to be 14 or more grand. It doesn't matter what's in it. There could be 2 freaking things in the bundle, and it will still cost more than 14 grand. Or 14 on the dot.
And it's just... Okay, but we're going on way on topic for this. So, all in all, an over thing, don't be a person that will buy every single one of them. I was only gifted that Halloween bundle. I just wanted to say it. Say like it's going to be the anime review plus bonus at the end. But honestly, like, it's stupid. I don't understand why. I get it, licensing fees, but again, licensing fee, you should be thinking more about, okay, what's going to make an average person pay for our licensing fee? Not this fucking $200 mess of a huge bundle. And yes, there is choices, but again, like Ranger put it, if you really want the Scharnhorst skin or the Graf Spee skin, it's in the mega bundle too. And there is no single bundle. There's no choice. It's either that or nothing. There is no guarantee. So you could probably call us Wallet Warriors if you see a Scharnhorst with that skin, or Wallet Warriors for the Graf Spee, because it's the only way you can get those skins. And it's kind of fucked up. So
These were the other ones I was thinking about, was the Warhammers.
Well, Warhammer, that's guarantee a ship, though, if you can get one.
Well, what I'm saying about the Warhammers is the only way to get the ship is by buying their big-ass bundle.
True. Alright,
You
this
either
video...
buy the big-ass
sorry.
bundle, or you buy a big-ass bundle of crates.
Isn't that the irony?
Hope you get uber lucky! Because you could still spend the same amount that you spent on, or would have spent on getting that ship on crates and still not get a ship.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching this long video, plus a bonus at the end. I need to take a break before reviewing this anime one, but thank you so much, and I will see you, comrades, in the next video, and thank you guys for being here. And also, before I leave, please, I'm going to leave down in the link below. Check out Ranger's channel if you are an Elden Ring person. He has some good video contents of also great things of walkthrough guides and a little bit of haha moments of killing a boss in one hit. Recommend looking it up. So, if you like my videos, please, if you want to support me and stuff like that, go support my friend Ranger. But, until then, comrades, I will see you in the next horizon. Take care, guys.
Have a wonderful
Okay.